Namaskar. Welcome to the example number 10 for the event 1 Health and Longevity. In this example, we are going to study a male chart who committed suicide by hanging himself because of his financial crisis and other troubles. He had a lot of mental stress because of that he took that such decision. So definitely, if you when we study the destiny on the longevity, it will indicate the weak destiny on the longevity, and of course, what is the signification required for a person to take such a decision of killing himself. Definitely the role of Lagna, because Lagna itself is involving into that, and the afflicted moon, because moon and third house should have connection to the 8th house and Maraga Badaga houses, 8 and 12 and Maraga Badaga houses, and role of Lagna, role of third house and 8th house and 12th house, Maraga Badaga houses, afflicted moon, and our unnatural death causing planet Rahu, and of course Saturn also will be playing along with the Badaka Lord. So that Lagna sublord, 8th sublord, that is Lagna sublord and 8th sublord, talking about the destiny, if they should have connection to the Maraga Badaka houses and role of Lagna, third house, and 8th house, because 8th house is unnatural death. It is talking about the longevity also. It is also indicating the unexpected death. When 3 and 8 are connected, and Maraga Badaga house are also connected, and Lagna and Moon are also afflicted, during that unfavorable Dasa Buddhi and Antra, that native will take such decision. So let us check in this chart. This is the birth chart of that native who committed suicide. First, we have to do the general study. Let me open that North Indian chart also. Okay. Now, let us check the Lagna strength. Lagna is Scorpio. Lagna Lord is posted in the third house as per degree. It is in the fourth sign, but as per the Bhava, it is occupying the third house. And in the sign of Saturn, that Saturn is posted in the Virgo sign in the 10th house as per the degrees. That Mars is conjoined with the Mercury. That Mercury is 8th Lord. It means Lagna Lord occupying third house, Lagna Lord also 5th Lord and 6th Lord. That Mars occupying third house conjoined with the 8th Lord, Mercury. That sign Lord Saturn is in the sign of Mercury. So Saturn and Mercury are in sign exchange. So Mars will get the impact of the Saturn also strongly. Saturn is third Lord. So the 3-8 grouping, 3-6-8 grouping, Lagna is connected. So that way, that too in the sign of Aquarius. So it is Aries sign. So that it means Aries means it is always the third house also connected. That thinking process will be more. Now, whether that Mars is afflicted by Badaka Lord and 12th house and all, Mars is not aspected by any planet directly, but you can see the moon posted in the sign of Mars. That moon represents Rahu. Moon is the 9th Lord. That is for this Lagna, Sthira Lagna, moon is the Badaka Lord. So moon, Badaka Lord is connected. That to moon itself, Karaga planet for the mind. That represents Rahu. That Rahu is in the sign of Cancer, moon, but unfortunately occupying the 8th house. So 8 is also strongly influenced by the Badaka Lord through the Rahu. It means what? Lagna Lord directly influenced by the 8th Lord Mercury, indirectly through the sign Lord, 3rd Lord, that is Saturn, and also Badaka Lord and Rahu are connected. So the Lagna is influenced by 3, 6, 8 and Badaka Lord, and role of Moon is connected, role of Rahu is connected, and Saturn also connected. It means what? It is weakly posted and afflicted by the other planets. Only by the extended signification study on the destiny and the dasa periods, we can find the weakness in the destiny and also that dasa periods, how far they are going to give the trouble. But by basic study, it indicates some that the Lagna Lord is weakly posted and afflicted by the other planets. So let us now go to the event. I have already chosen the event. So this is longevity, Asthira Lagna. So now we have to study the self-significators and we can give the colors for the planets for our easy identifications. Self-significator we have to study and planet colors. So let us check the Lagna. Lagna Lord and 5th Lord, 6th Lord occupying 3rd house. You see, for this event longevity, as you are aware that the favorable houses and unfavorable houses. So I have given separately also in the material study materials. What are the basic events? What are the ABC and what are the D1, D2, D3 also? So these houses are being given based on certain logic, but only grouping of houses only will be favorable or unfavorable. That you have to keep it in mind. Okay. So now for the longevity, 1, 3 is primary A and 5 and 11 and 8 is supportive. 8 is supportive, but 8 itself, when it is connected to Maraga, Badaga houses, it can play as the negative role also. 8 is longevity also, sudden death also 8, but it is connected to favorable houses, it will become favorable. If it is going to connect to the unfavorable 2, 7 Maraga, Badaga, Amaraga houses and 9th house Badaga, if it is connected, it will become unfavorable. So that you have to keep it in mind. Now let us check the self-significators and give the colors. Lagna Lord and 5th Lord, 6th Lord also occupying 3rd house, 3, 7, 11 star Lord and 6 and 10 cuspal sub-Lord. This is having favorable grouping and some weakness. So let us make Mars is mixed significator. Then 11th Lord. 7th Lord also, that is Maraga Lord and 11th Lord and 12th Lord. So Maraga is strongly present and 2, 2, 4, 2. This is not good. Though it is 11th Lord, but 7, 12 and occupying 2nd house, 2nd star Lord and 4 and 12 cuspal sub Lord is not good. So let us give Venus is light red. Suppose if that Venus is having, apart from 11, it is having other favorable houses, 5th house, or that 3rd house, which are all favorable to the Lagna if it is present, then would have given that pink shade. Since it is having unfavorable or more, that too starting with the 7th Lord and 12th Lord, I have given the light red. And what else? 3rd Lord. Saturn is 3rd Lord and also 4th Lord occupying 10th house. 3rd house is good to the longevity, but 3rd house is also talking about the thought process, and 4th house and connected to 10. So it is a mixed significator. Representing Ketu, it is fine, but occupying 2nd house Maraga is not good. 5, 5, it is okay. So we can say Saturn is a mixed one. When Saturn is 3rd Lord, if it is connected to the unfavorable, it is going to be unfavorable. Please understand, as we discussed already, Saturn is in sign exchange with Mercury and Saturn is conjoined with Jupiter in the birth chart we studied. So based on that, that impact also will vary. Because let us check the Mercury. Mercury is eighth lord. Eighth means it is neutral. It can be favorable or unfavorable depending on the other houses. Eighth lord occupying third house. Third house means what? It is thought process. 1 and 9 cuspal star lord, this is mixed, and 2, 8, 11 cuspal sublord. Eighth lord, Lagna star lord, third occupant, 2, 8 cuspal sublord. 2 and 8 are not good for the longevity. 1, 2, 8. 11 is okay, but 8th lord and 1, 2, 8. 2 is Maraga, 8 is causing death also. Lagna connected, 3. 8th lord, third process. Lagna moving towards 2, 8. It is weak. Though it is having 11, 3 also can become unfavorable because 8 is connected to 3, moving towards 1, 9, Badaga, and 2, 8. So Mercury will not be good. So let us give Mercury. Definitely, we have to give the light rate. Now you can see, as I said, that Saturn, third lord, is sign exchange with the Mercury. So third house, third lord, it is having connection to the 8, 2 and 8 sublord. So Saturn, though it is pink shade, it is getting the support of the unfavorable Mercury, that you have to keep it in mind. Similarly, Saturn is in conjunction with the Jupiter. Jupiter is second lord. Let us check Jupiter. Second lord, Maraga lord occupying 10th house, 4, 8, 12 cuspal star lord. These are not good for the longevity because 4, 8, 12 and Badaga lord, not Badaga, Maraga lord, 4, 8, 12 means it is talking about that moksha. So that is not good for the lagna and also longevity. Because second lord it is present, it is going to be more unfavorable. So Jupiter also will get light rate. You can see that Jupiter, when Saturn is connected to Jupiter also, Mercury also. So you can see third lord will get connection to the 3, 4, 8, 12. Third lord will get the connection to the 8 and 2, 8. No? So this means Maraga, Badaga houses and 8 and 12 are also connected to the Saturn. So Saturn, though it is third lord, fourth lord, it is having unfavorable support from the Jupiter and Mercury. That you have to keep it in mind. Now comes the Rahu. Rahu is 8th occupant. 8 means it is occupying the 8th house. It is not good. If you see this CSL, Lagna sublord, 3rd sublord, 7th sublord, and 9th sublord. This is more weaker because Lagna connected to 3 and connected to Maraga, Badaga houses. And 8th occupant is also having 1, 3, 7, 9. So Lagna is afflicted. Lagna ruler, Lagna sublord, 3rd sublord, 7th sublord, and 9th sublord. That too, Rahu is representing moon, that is Badaga lord. So moon is afflicted, and also Rahu also connecting to the moon and having got the unfavorable cuspal sublord. 8th occupant and 1, 3, 7, 9. So definitely Rahu also weak. Rahu also we have to give light rate. So now, which are the pending? Ketu, second occupant, 5, 5. So Maraga, but 5 and 5 it is better. So let us not give that Ketu is red color, but being the second occupant, so unfavorable houses, let us give pink shade. It's a mixed one. And Sun. Sun is 10th lord occupying third house and 6 and 10. So this is not talking about anything bad also, worst also, because it is third occupant. So let us make Sun also mixed one. Okay. It is not having strong unfavorable, but it is not having strong favorable also. Either we can give mixed this one or we can give some other color also for our easy differentiation from other pink. So we are given all the colors. Now let me set colors and let me go to the home page and we will let us discuss on the destiny. So for destiny, what we have to do, we have to check the Lagna ruler and 8th ruler. So let me, yes. Let me, yes, I think this is perfect. Yes. Now what we have to do, let me open that significators and North Indian chart and our KP chart also on the left hand side. So we have to check the Lagna. How is the Lagna Lord is present? Lagna Lord we can check, or Lagna Sublord also we can directly check. So Lagna Lord is Mars, pink shade. It means mixed one. In the star of your planet, Rahu. Rahu is red. 1, 5, 3, 7, 11, and 6 and 10. That is talking about this week, red. And 12 level is Mercury, another red. Sub level is Jupiter, 2, 10, 4, 8, 12. So Lagna Lord, fifth Lord, and this is in the star of your planet, unfavorable. Key planet, sublord also unfavorable. It is indicating Lagna is weak. And let us check the Lagna sublord. That is, Lagna sublord is Rahu, as also it is third sublord and seventh sublord and ninth sublord, occupying eighth house. 8 moving towards this is not good. In the star of your planet Mercury, 8th lord and 2, 8 cuspal sublord. So this is not good. Lagna is moving towards to 8. 1, 3, 2, 8. Lagna 3, 2, 8. And Badhaga Lord also connected, and Moon is also connected. The death casting, unnatural death casting planet Rahu also connected. So this way that Lagna is connected to the, self-destructing plan houses, and it is not having the other favorable houses also. Now that step number 2, Mercury in the star of Rahu. Rahu in the star of Mercury, Mercury in the star of Rahu. So again, this is connecting to this, not good. Sublord again Mercury. Same planet. So Lagna sublord, third sublord is connecting to this. So Lagna also afflicted. Third house matters, a thought process also afflicted, leading to such unfavorable houses to the Lagna, and longevity, Maraga, Badaga houses are all connected at all levels. So Lagna sublord is weak. Now let us check the eighth sublord. Eighth sublord, as we already studied, eighth lord also, eighth sublord Mercury in the star of Rahu. So 8 sublord in the star of Rahu, 1, 3, 7, 9. So 8th house is not supported further with the favorable grouping, but 8th house is connected to 8, and 1, 3, 7, 9 is not good to the 8th house. 8 is further reduced, Badaga, and 7, and Lagna itself is causing, and further supported by the 2 level planet Mercury. That is further decided by the sublord or not. Saturn is a sublord. It is a mixed one, but as already we discussed, Saturn planet is connected to Jupiter and Mercury. Saturn is connected, Saturn is conjoined with Jupiter, and Saturn in the sign of Mercury and sign exchange with Mercury. So Saturn is having connection to the Mercury because Mercury is the sign exchange planet. So that Saturn third lord is getting affected by the Mercury, and that is not good. So that Saturn in the star of Moon, Badaga Lord, connecting to the Rahu. So that way, eighth sublord, that destiny planet for the longevity, it is not talking about 6, 8, 12 grouping strongly. If it is connected to the 6, 8, 12 grouping, it will indicate that death could be the cause for the death, could be the health issues, or if it is 4, 8, 12 Saturn or connected, we can say it is because of the accident. But here the mode of death is indicated by the sudden death or unexpected unnatural death, the two by the Rahu, and self-destruction 1, 3, and 7 and 9 by the 8th house. So that is further supported by the Saturn, that is also influenced by this planet. So that way the longevity is indicating weak longevity, and also connecting to the, as I said, 1, 3, Lagna, third house, second, 8, 9, and 12 also connected indirectly because that Jupiter is having connection to the Saturn and Mercury. Jupiter is the planet. It is talking about 2, 10, 4, 8, 12. These are the important key planets. I hope you are able to understand. So the longevity is weak. Which are the unfavorable key planet in the destiny? Look at this Rahu Mercury, Rahu Mercury. Here Rahu Mercury and Rahu Mercury and indirectly Saturn. So what we have to do? Let us round the unfavorable key planet. Rahu and Mercury strongly playing, and also that Saturn is playing role. Saturn, third lord, connecting to this Mercury and Saturn and the Jupiter also, right? So that way, Saturn is connected to Mercury and Jupiter. So these are the unfavorable key planet which are reducing or what do you call longevity. Now we have to check the Dasa Lord. The native was, let me close this one. The native was born in Venus Mahadasa, and after Venus Dasa, he was running that Sun Mahadasa, Sun in the star of Mars and sub of Saturn. So it is not having our unfavorable key planet Rahu or Mercury strongly playing role. And so that is not getting disturbed. And then comes that moon itself. Moon in the star of Venus. Venus is red planet, so it is unfavorable, but that is not the key planet of the destiny. And if it is having other key planet of the destiny in the other ruler, that is also not there. So moon is disturbed, but not because Mercury is not playing role. And Mars in the star of Rahu, yes, and sub of Jupiter. So that Lagna Lord is having connection to the Rahu and Jupiter. That is also weak, but still that role of that Rahu and Mercury are not strongly playing. But being the Lagna Lord, fifth Lord, 3, these are all good to the Lagna. So that we know that source planet is good. If it is passing ruler link to other planets, so it is not going to be completely unfavorable. So Mars Dasa also not strongly supportive for such thing. But definitely he would have faced some issue, mental stress, all these things during that Mars period also, during the unfavorable Buddhi. But Mars did not make him to do things because such bad decision on committing suicide, because Mars is having 1, 5, 3, 3, 11 and supported by 1, 3. Favorable houses are also present. But look at that Rahu, the destiny planet for the Lagna itself when it is running. He started running Rahu Dasa recently. That Rahu in the star of Mercury that we already studied. So Rahu Dasa itself, it means what? When destiny is weak, the destiny planet itself is running as the Dasa Lord. Definitely during the Dasa Lord, during the supportive Abugdi Lord, that event will happen for sure. The two, that the Rahu, that is self-destructing planet, unnatural death-causing planet also playing, that we have to be very careful. So that Rahu Dasa, it is indicating all favor, all the key planets of the destiny. And under Rahu Dasa, which Bugdi will be favorable? Because Rahu is talking about such unfavorable to the longevity. But it is not talking about the trouble giving houses to the Lagna strongly. What are the trouble giving houses to the Lagna? 8th house, 12th house, and Badhaga Lord all not straight away playing. 8th house, 12th house are all important. Na? So what happened? So during that Rahu Dasa, definitely Rahu will be playing role because Rahu is talking about that unfavorable, key planet for the longevity. It is not talking about Maraga, Badaga, that Rahu, Mercury are playing role. But for the event to happen in the Bugdi Lord, should have these Badaga Lord, Badaga key planets, but along with that, trouble living houses to the Lagna and obstacle causing houses to the Lagna also should be playing role. Now you can see after Rahu Dasa, Rahu Dasa, Rahu Bugdi did not give trouble. Under Rahu Dasa, Jupiter Bugdi was running. That Jupiter Bugdi, if you see, Jupiter Bugdi is 2, 10, 4, 8, 12. It is red color. So that second Lord, that means Maraga Lord, 4, 8, 12 star Lord, this is not good. It is not having any favorable. But look at the star Lord moon. I think we have not given any color to the moon. But being the Badhaga Lord occupying fifth house but representing Rahu, it is not good. So we have to give pink shade or light red only, but I forgot to give it. Anyway, Moon is the Badhaga Lord representing Rahu, it is not good. So Jupiter, Maraga Lord in the star of Badhaga Lord connected to Maraga houses, and that 12-level planet Venus that is already connecting to the all the Maraga houses. And sublord is Saturn, that already discussed about the Saturn. That Saturn is having that ruler link by conjunction, that Jupiter is passing its unfavorable significations to the Saturn, and Saturn is already sign exchange with our Mercury, unfavorable key planet. So that is also present. That Saturn also in the star of Moon Badhaga Lord representing Rahu. So Rahu role is present, and that Mercury role is present with the sign exchange, and our Maraga Lord Jupiter itself is the source. Source itself is weak, moving towards Badhaga, and further supported by the third house, that is Saturn. Third Lord connecting to the Mercury, and sublevel planet is further connected to the Moon. What are the key planets of the that Dasa Lord? Ragu Dasa, Ragu, Mercury. So Mercury role is present, not directly, but Jupiter is in the sign of Mercury, and sublord Saturn is sign exchange with Mercury. I think we have already seen this, no? Then let me open that birth chart. Where is Mercury? Mercury is conjoined with Mars. In the sign of Mercury, Saturn and Jupiter are present. So Jupiter is connected to Mercury, Saturn is connected to Mercury, and what else? That Mars is not playing role, but Moon is present. Moon representing Rahu. Moon in the sign of Mars, so that Moon is connected to Mars, and Saturn also connecting to the Saturn is connecting to the Mars. Is it directly? Yes, in the sign of Saturn only Mars is present. So that way the rulers are well connected, and our other unfavorable Badhaga Lord also present. You can see why I'm talking about Mars. Mars is favorable houses only, no? But Mars is Lagna Lord. The role of Lagna is present, conjoined with the Mercury, and that role of Lagna is connected to the Saturn, because Saturn sign only Mars is posted, that Mars is connected to the Badhaga Lord, Maraga Lord, that Mercury. That way, that Jupiter is unfavorable. Starting from the source, it is connecting to the star level, sub-level, unfavorable. Unfavorable key planet of the Dasa Lord, it is present here. But since that unfavorable key planet, death-causing key planets are not directly playing role, during that Buddhi of Jupiter, it will cause trouble, struggle to the Lagna and weakness to the Lagna, role of Badhaga, and all these things are present. But to execute that event under Jupiter Dasa, Buddhi, some favorable antra only can give that. The favorable antra which is having that Maraga Badhaga, that Jupiter and Mercury are playing in the important levels. So which are the planets are having that? So under Jupiter and Buddhi, Saturn is in the source, it is third house, and star level is Badhaga, again third house. So it is connecting to the mental stress, but it is not indicating the Maraga Badhaga houses. That is our Jupiter, Mercury and Rahu are not playing role here. So here Mercury, Rahu playing, but sublord is Saturn, that is also having some weakness, definitely. And so this we can keep it in the waiting list, but this we cannot give, Sun cannot give trouble, and Moon we cannot give the trouble, and Mars cannot give because Mars is good. And Lagna is connected only, but star level, sub-level planet, when Lagna 153 is connected, is not going to give trouble. But look at the Rahu. It means what? Rahu Dasa, Jupiter Buddhi, Rahu Anta is strongly supportive. Because Rahu Dasa, Jupiter Buddhi give supportive for the trouble. But which is going to make him take the decision to lose the life, that Rahu Antra. Because the Rahu Antra is having that star level, the key planet that is present in all levels are weak. I told you Ragu Dasa, Ragu Bukti itself cannot give the trouble because it is not indicating any troubles and struggles and unfavorable houses to the Lagna present. So Rahu Dasa, it needs one Bukti which can give trouble to the Lagna along with that Badhaga Lord and mental stress that Jupiter is giving. In that Jupiter, Rahu Antra, when it is playing, it will complete the chain. So when he was running Rahu Dasa, Jupiter Bukti, Rahu Antra, again in the Jupiter Sukshma, he committed suicide. So the date I will tell you when he committed the suicide. He committed the suicide on 28th April 2023. 28th April, just a minute. Oh, sorry. 28th April 2023, early morning after 1 o'clock. In the early morning, he committed suicide. 28th April 2023, he committed suicide. So at that time, Rahu, Jupiter was running. We can also check the transit on that particular day. Definitely role of Rahu, Mercury will be playing, and Jupiter also can be expected, and Madhaga Lord Moon. So we can check 28th April 2023, for example, early morning, say 1 o'clock approximately. 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock, whatever way, because the time is not known for them, because they found after 1 o'clock only he was away from the contact, and only the early morning then they found that he committed suicide. So let me check that transit. Moon in the sign of watery sign. So that is fourth sign. That is the karma tri, moksha trikon. So that moon in the sign of own sign, and moon in the star, moon in the sign of own means that is Badhaga, and in the star of Saturn. Saturn and the sublord can vary, suppose when the time is changing. So in the star of Saturn. Saturn planet is third lord and connected to the unfavorable that we already studied. Then Rahu Dasana. Rahu, where is Rahu? Rahu, Bukti lord is Jupiter. They are all conjoined and conjoined with the Sun and Mercury. So Rahu in the star of sign of Mars. That Mars is Lagna lord in the star of Rahu in the birth chart. Lagna Lord in the star of Rahu, unfavorable, that Maraga causing planet. Rahu in the sign of Mars, star of Ketu. Ketu is second occupant and star of this Badaga Lord, indirectly connected to Rahu. Rahu in the sub of Saturn. So Saturn is ruling and Badaga Lord is playing. And Jupiter is same way in the star of Ketu and sub of Venus. Venus is already Maraga Lord connecting, and star Lord is Badaga Lord Moon. So that way that transit also will favor for the particular thing to happen. But there can be many transits. But when the Dasa Bukti Antra or Sukshma are all supportive during that period, when such planets are also transiting in the sign and star and sub of these unfavorable key planets, that event would have happened. So this is the end of that person's life, and he committed suicide because of his problem in the financial, because stress happened and he committed suicide. That longevity, that Lagna and 8th house also indicating that. So though that it is all indicating that will happen, only in the execution will be given by the Dasa Lord. The Dasa Lord is also unfortunately the key planet, sorry, destiny planet itself is ruling the Dasa Lord. So automatically that Dasa Lord is liable to give that in the unfavorable Buddhi, which is further causing trouble, adding trouble to that Lagna, and in the unfavorable Antra, that is Rahu itself, is when it is playing, it is given such a decision, and he committed suicide. I hope you are able to follow. Thank you so much.